He got an injury in the last training. After training, he went to the doctor and he got something in his calf. So we are going to assess, but he's out of this game.
How big a blow is that to you and to him? It was obviously a big moment potentially for him, and also it's come at a time where you really needed him with the players you have absent.
It's not just for the team, but for him to have this problem is a reminder that we need to focus on everything that we can control, and then leave the rest to the destiny. But he's going to be fine in the few weeks. I think. I don't know. So let's focus on the players that we have, and we are ready to play.
Would he have started today?
Yeah, I prefer not to say
That's
nothing.
okay.
I prefer not to say nothing, not just because of the player that is going to play this evening, and now it's easy to say that he's going to. He knows, so that is enough.
Of course, 3 years, but still a lot of work to do, and everything we did is done. Of course, with more or less success we had, and as well competing like we were competing. Like we are competing, and hopefully today again keep being consistent, competing again, and respecting them. They are Manchester United. They lost their last match in Premier League in September in Brentford. After it, they won Liverpool, they won Crystal Palace, they won Wolverhampton, and they are a team. Of course, we can't underestimate them because they are playing. In some moment, fantastic. Of course, hopefully today, here in Villa Park, we can feel confident and strong and playing with our structure as strong as possible, like with our support, with the energy we need to try to get our best performance and to through it to try to get 3 points.
I listened to your press conference and you talked again and again about the importance of being humble. When you're on such a good run, when you're playing as well as you are, how important is that confidence and good feeling doesn't become overconfidence?
Be humble is feel respect for them and feel respect for Premier League and feel respect in case we are not playing, being demanding ourselves and focusing our game plan strongly.
Apparently was given last month where he said, the club wanted me to go, but they didn't have the courage to make that decision because the manager wanted me. If I'd said I wanted to leave, they would have let me go. It just feels, Paul, from looking from the outside, as though it's caused trouble that didn't need to be caused.
Yeah, I didn't get the reason why. You know, I said it but 3 weeks ago, but yeah, the manager wants him, so what else do you want? The manager wants you, you know, so for me, as long as the manager wants you, that's what it's all about. And yeah, I just... It seemed to me it come across as I'm playing well, so I can throw this out there now. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. I like him. I think he's a very good footballer. He's a good footballer, and he'll always get in Ruben Amorim's teams because he can play and he plays every week. I didn't see the need for it. I didn't see the need.
Didn't I say it was misquoted? They usually said misquoted.
Translated badly. Yeah. But it does sort of ask questions about who is making the decisions about which players stay, which players go. Because if the club were willing to sell him, but as he says, the manager wanted to keep him, that you can feel that.
Yeah, no, I think at United, and certainly over the last year or two, there seems to be a lot of noise. It turns into a little bit of circus, lads, quotes, and we see last week, obviously, Mainoo's brother wearing T-shirts and stuff. I think there's a bit of a circus going on at United at the moment, and it's. But the key is for Bruno and people like that, and we know how good he is to focus on the football. Yeah, he's come out and given a quarter, but he could have left. But the bottom line, that's no big deal. He's playing. Big player for Man United. He's got to keep doing the business. Got to try and drag the others up around him. Obviously, I've had my issues with him in terms of his leadership skills and what he doesn't do out of possession. But in possession, he's as good as any player out there.
Very impressed, considering the first 5 games of the season, he was well off it. I mean, really off it. I didn't know if he'd had his head turned or whatever. But since then, he's come back. After that, proper player, good footballer. Finds pockets. I mean, this pass is Glenn Hoddle pass. I mean, that is as good as it gets. As David Beckham, I'd expect to play a ball like brilliant finish. It gets into pockets. The way he scans, the way there, you know, and it gets his head up. He's playing with loads and loads of confidence. You know, here again, look, you see the way he's moving his head. Like, if he'd have moved another 2 yards towards that player and not stood still, he wouldn't have got the ball. I mean, that one. And then I think, you know, here again, West Ham. He's just getting into pockets. Good players get into space. when it's madness about the pitch, and I hear people go, oh, where's he got all that space? He gets that space because he's intelligent. And for a young player to be that intelligent and to get into space, I couldn't talk highly enough. He's got to keep on doing it.
And
You know, if you're looking at the World Cup, you want to be doing this in April.
Yeah.